Hi, this is travisdoddsphysio, and you're watching how to do a do-it-yourself ankle tape job, assuming you've got a well-stocked med kit. So first thing, talking about prep, you may want to shave your ankle, and next up you're going to have, just make sure it's clean and dry. Take your tape adherent and spray that on all over the area that you're going to be applying your prowrap, so that prowrap will be able to stick down. But before you put the prowrap on, you take your heel and lace pads. You have some skin lube on there to make sure that these can actually move underneath the tape. This is going to prevent blisters, alright? So this portion, all of this prep is basically meant to ensure that you can do this day in and day out taping without getting blisters and potentially infection that might come following that, right? So that's your prowrap. Just make sure that holds down. Okay, and next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get our anchors on. Okay, so right here. Okay, and after your anchors, actually we'll do one down here too. After your anchors, you're gonna get into the more functional part of your tape job. Now, one thing you'll notice when I come to do this part here, putting that anchor down low, it's nice to actually put your foot on the ground when you do that, so that it splays the bones in your foot. That way you're not going to get pinching along the bones out here. Next thing we're going to do is stirrups, and we're going to just put these down on the floor to make it easier for ourselves. This is going to be double the span of pinky to thumb for your stirrups. That'll be a recurring theme with our tape sizes here for a little bit. Okay, so we're taking 3 strips. Each overlays the other by about half. Alright, now we're going to flip that around, put it underneath the heel. Alright, bring the foot down so the foot's down and you have a nice 90-degree bend in your ankle. You can apply the side that's not as sore first, right, and the side that's more sore second, making sure that you really pull up hard and press that tape in. So it's going to help protect it from going in that other direction. Okay, now it's nice to close those stirrups down. Make sure that they're not going to go anywhere while you're doing the rest of your tape job here. Next thing we're going to do is a figure 8 and heel lock combined. Okay, so we're going to start here at the middle of the foot and pointing towards the inside of the foot. This is where things get a little tricky. Alright, so coming underneath the foot, again want to be putting pressure down after you've come under the foot so that it splays the bones. As you come up across the middle of the foot here, we're going to go first into a figure 8. So it's coming right across the bumpy part of the bone there. So there's your figure 8. Coming back down, and so by the time it comes back down here, it should be lined up pretty much with your first strip, or the first portion of this strip, so that it's going to follow back underneath again. And so that's figure 8 coming into another figure 8. Okay, at this point we can also come across, we've got our figure 8, we come up a little bit higher and we go straight around the ankle. Now we can come down, aiming for halfway down the Achilles, or the base of the Achilles, or right above the heel there. This is going to go into a heel lock, so we come around that side and we come back over here and we pull this tight and we come up, and at this point we can go around, so we're going to do a heel lock in the other direction. we can come down again, Achilles, around the heel, underneath, and up, and we go around. We're going to repeat this, same thing, coming down, aiming for this point right above the heel, oops, and pulling hard across. Going to come up again, we're going to go around once, and then come back down, right above the heel. I'll show you how that's looking over here. Right, come across on this angle. This is where you want to, oops, I was going to say you want to pull it hard to get yourself up into eversion is what we call that. Just bending the ankle this way a little bit so that it's not going to be able to go in the direction that it sprained initially. Alright, now at this point you can see there's one little spot here that doesn't have any tape on it. We need to look for those kind of spots and close them. Alright, this is what we call closing. Make sure that there's no windows in the tape. Again, because that one goes under the foot, I'm going to put my foot down. And then I'm going to continue closing from the bottom all the way up to the top of our tape job here. Overlapping each strip by about half. Okay, and this is the part where you get to make it look nice. And again, maintaining that 90-degree bend in your ankle the whole time. Okay, and that's it. Alright, so there's your do-it-yourself ankle tape job. You should feel now if you try and move into plantar flexion, so bending your toe down, that's restricted by the tape. And if you try and move the foot from side to side, particularly for this one I emphasize the lateral side is where I try to make things the tightest. And so now to go in the opposite direction is actually really difficult here. Okay, so thanks a lot. That's our do-it-yourself ankle tape job.